What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a minute since I've uploaded anything to this channel and I apologise for that, but my sister did pass away recently, so I've been dealing with that, neglecting my YouTube channels a little bit and my social medias. But here we are, we're back doing a bit of a lifestyle sit down video. I want to talk to you guys about a couple of things, and I kind of really want to start doing these videos a bit more, you know, kind of sitting down, being able to talk to you guys about whatever I feel like. Along with the vlogs and cinematic videos as well, I don't want to stop doing those. However, I am doing a behind the scenes video right now that kind of is going to help people who want to make YouTube videos into understanding the pre and the post production and the production of a video. So hopefully that'll go out a couple of days after this video. If you want to go and watch, if you're interested, then you can. When it is out, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll put like a little info card somewhere. Today's video is all about 21 things that I've learned in 21 years. And if you haven't already, remember that you need to subscribe to the channel because I'm a lovely person, you're a lovely person. You know, it just goes both ways, you know. Also, like the video, it makes me a little bit more confident about myself. And comment down below one thing that you've learned in your life. Number one, life is too short. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my sister passed away recently. She was 23. If that's not a short enough life for you, then I don't know what is. She lived her life to the full. You know, you need to live your life to the full. Whether you live 20 years or 100 years, you know, every day should be treated like it's your last. And I passionately believe that, you know, get out of bed, do something that you might not do every day, and just have a good time with it. Number two, no problem is too big. Now, I've wanted to be in the army since I was 6 years old, but I got rejected last year. I've got about 5 years until I can reapply because I need to have eye surgery. However, that's a massive problem. But I've worked around it. I've always wanted to be into like the medical Number two, no problem is too big. Now, I've wanted to be in the army since I was 6 years old, and I'm now out for about 5 years because I need eye surgery. So I've looked around that massive problem in my life, and I'm looking at other healthcare jobs, things that I can do in the meantime, filmmaking degrees, stuff like that, something that I've always really wanted to do, and I've got contingency plans for everything that I want to do. So however big a problem looks, there's always a way you can get around it. Number three, never stop learning. You learn something new every day. That's a good old saying, and that is true. Whether it be how many calories are in a can of Fanta or what the Drake's equation is, you know, you will learn something new every day. And keeping yourself open to learning is one of the most valuable things in the world, because you will learn something that might change your life in 20 years' time, but you just don't know it yet. Number four, respect is earned, it is not a given. You can't walk into a life of some... Number four, respect is earned, it is not just given. You can't walk into someone's life and just expect them to respect you and demand that respect from them. You have to give someone a reason to respect you. Make them believe that you are a respectable person, or make them see that you are a respectable person, and they will end up respecting you. And if they don't, then they're not respectful themselves. Number five, listening is a valuable skill. Whether it be listening to the other side of an argument or listening to what you're being told to do, it's always important to listen, because if you get that one piece of information wrong, it's like Chinese whispers. You hear one thing, then you say it to someone else a little bit different, then somebody else says it a little bit different, and by the end of the conversation or by the end of the line of information, you've got two totally different stories or two totally different bits of information. That might not be life-threatening in some situations, but in other situations might really affect someone's life. Number six, manners cost nothing. It's so easy to say please at the end of a question and thank you at the end of an answer. It's so easy to just be polite to people. When I was younger, at Christmas, I always used to write thank you cards to people who sent me presents and sent me gifts, because it's just polite. Maybe it's the way I was brought up, but it literally can make someone's day, just you smiling at them and just saying thank you for something. It really, really does make the world go round. Manners make the world go round, 100%, I believe that. And I just can't talk enough about manners. It just shows how better of a person you are if you can say please, thank you, and just be respectful. If you're having a conversation with someone, or even having an argument with someone, don't shout at them, be polite, and just stay calm in a situation. Number seven, karma exists in a way. I believe that karma does exist, but not in the way that you think it is of I give someone £10 and I get £100 flying from something over there, or I find it on the corner of a road or something. I believe that if you do something good, you will feel good about it. And if you do something bad, like committing a crime, then you will most likely get caught for it at the end. So you get your comeuppance, as it were, you get your karma. Think about this, like a little bit of example. I was in Swindon with work. and we were on a night out, and I saw this guy, and he was shivering, really, really cold, quite obviously very drunk, didn't really know what was going on. So I gave him my favourite hoodie because I wanted him to be warm, I wanted him to be okay, I didn't want him to get hypothermia or anything along those lines, and I didn't expect it back, and I never gave him any contact details to get it back. And I felt so good about myself for weeks after this because I knew that I did something good, and that's how I think karma exists, is it makes you feel better as a person. Number 8. Be kind always. You have no idea what people are going through. People could be going through even worse stuff than what you're going through. So being nice to people is just courteous, and it's just nice. You never know, you can smile through most problems. Like I said, my sister passed away and I was still smiling afterwards. Doesn't mean I'm not hurting inside. So being kind and just being polite and nice to people is so easy. I know how easy it is to be negative and say, oh, that's awful, oh, this, that and the other, oh, you look horrible. Especially at this time of year where it's getting quite warm and people are wearing bikinis or less clothes. And just because you don't think someone has the body for a bikini doesn't mean you have the right to tell them that. If they're confident enough to go out and wear a bikini, happy days, good on you, amazing. Even I don't like taking my top off in public because I'm afraid someone's going to say something horrible. But I would never say anything horrible about someone because it's just not right. It's not my place to say, it's not your place to say either. Be kind. Number 9. Not everything is as it seems. Just because something looks really bad on the front of it doesn't mean that it's really bad throughout it. Like they say, never judge a book by its cover. It also works both ways. Just because something looks so amazing and so appealing, it does not mean it is. Talking about this in a YouTube way, you might get little YouTube sponsors and emails to your email, and they'll say, oh, we want to do this, that and the other, and oh, yeah, we're an amazing company, we want to work with you and all these people and all that. You look at it and you think, oh yeah, that looks amazing. You take it at face value and you say, yeah, awesome, brilliant. And actually it turns out that it's totally bad for your channel or totally bad for you, or the company is this, that and the other, and it was definitely not what it seemed and you wish you didn't do it. Never take everything at face value, and like I say, it works both ways. It could be really good and actually be really bad, or it could look really bad and be really good. Just always look into things, like fake news. Not going to get onto this point for too long, but fake news. If you read something on Facebook, it is not necessarily true. If you see a Twitter video, not necessarily the whole video. So do your research and just don't take everything as it seems. Don't take everything at face value. Number 10. Smile. Smiling releases endorphins and that makes you feel better. If you're a little bit sad, smile. Smile through the things. There's little things that'll make you smile. Enjoy the little things. That's another point. Enjoy the little things and smile about them. It could be the fact that you've just drank your favourite drink, or you've just seen a really pretty bird or something like that. I don't know. I mean bird as in flying thing, not a woman. Because some people in the UK call women birds. I don't know. Smiling just makes you feel better. If you're in a stressed environment, try and smile. Obviously don't smile at the wrong occasions, but just smile. It releases endorphins, makes you feel better. Number 11. I've run out of hands and I can't get my toes up that high. I'm not that flexible. Be yourself. You are who you are, and if people care about you and like you for who you are, then they will like you for who you are, and they won't care what sexual preference you are, what gender preference you are, what race, religion, what you believe politically. It doesn't matter to someone who cares about you. Be yourself around everybody, and if you can't be yourself, or you feel like you can't be yourself around someone, that's because they're not the right person for you. If someone doesn't like you for you, then they don't deserve to know you. Simple facts. Number 12. Always challenge yourself. There's a little quote saying that success never came from a comfort zone, and I believe that. I don't believe that if you've got a phobia of snakes, you should go and get bitten by a snake. But I do believe that there's ways you can get over those little things, and you can challenge yourself to be a better person. Like I'm afraid of heights, but I've been climbing since I was a very young age. And sometimes it's really, really hard for me to get up to the top. Other times, I love it. I push myself and I challenge myself. You're never going to succeed in life if you don't kind of try something new. If you're afraid of everything and afraid of everything new, then you're never going to experience everything that you want to in life. Number 13. Know your weaknesses. In a lot of job applications, they ask you to list what you think your weaknesses are. I think this is really important because it's all well and good knowing what I'm amazing at, but if I don't know what I'm bad at and what I need to get better at, then how am I meant to get better at anything? If you look at yourself as I'm perfect, I'm amazing, then you're quite a naive person, quite ignorant in my opinion. Not everybody is perfect, or nobody is perfect as it were. Everybody's got a weakness, And knowing your weaknesses means that you can build on your weaknesses and you can say, right, look, I know that I need to do this and I'm going to do this, and you can set a plan and go forward. Number 14, failure is just another part of success. I believe this wholeheartedly. The amount of times I've failed in life and I've got back up and I'm still here is unbelievable. Fail stands for first attempt in learning. That's a good little quote. If you fail at something, don't just go, right, I failed and give up. Look at why you failed, look at how you can improve, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again until you succeed. There is that saying that insanity is doing something exactly the same every time and expecting the same result. Don't do everything exactly the same. There's always something you can build on, and that is why you look at your failures and you say, right, okay, I need to change this, I need to change that, and I'm going to do it. Number 15, believe in yourself. Nobody else in the world other than you has to believe in yourself. Other people will believe in you. You just have to make them believe in you sometimes. Other times they will just believe in you from birth or from the time they met you. You've got to know that you can do something. You've got to trust yourself. You've got to say, look, I can do this and I will do this. And I know that I will because I believe in myself. Just having that faith in yourself to say, look, I'm going to do it. That's the most important thing. 16, surround yourself with positivity. Now, necessarily, negativity isn't a bad thing. I'm not going to get into that. But if you surround yourself with positive people, positive attitude, positive places, positive experiences, then your mindset on life is going to be positive. Having a positive mindset on life is important. Like I say, negativity isn't the worst thing in the world, but maybe I'll get onto that in another video. But being positive and having that positive mindset is so important because it will push you to go further rather than a negative attitude saying, oh, well, I can't do it, so I'm not going to. A positive attitude will be like, oh, I haven't done it, so I can do it. So that's you'll have friends around you who will want you to succeed, but you'll also have people around you who will just be waiting for you to fail. Those are the kind of people you don't want. You want the people who are going to be pushing you to succeed. Number 17, you can always be better. Whether that be getting up 5 minutes earlier, going for that extra 10 meters after your run, or just smiling a little bit more. There's always something you can do to be better the next day. And you should always look at that. What can I do better tomorrow? Or what can I do better today than I didn't do yesterday? Number 18, take chances, take opportunities, and make it happen. Nobody else in your life has to push you further forward. You're the one who has to do that. So opportunities aren't always going to come knocking at your door. You've got to go and find them. Chances are important to take. Spend that money, go and start that business. Sometimes you've got to spend money to make money. Go and move to that flat wherever, go to that university course. Go and do something that you're not 100% sure of. Take the chances, because if they fail, then at least you know that you've tried. Those opportunities, they're not always going to come knocking at your door, like I say. You've got to go and find them, you've got to go and make them, you've got to ask people, you've got to go and try to find those opportunities yourself. Because unless you're Superman and you are the best of the best of the best, people aren't just going to come up to you and say, well, we want you to do this, we want you to act in the new Avengers movie. It's not going to happen. You've got to take that small opportunity to get that big opportunity, to get that big opportunity, to get that even big opportunity. So take the chances, find the opportunities, and make it happen. You've got to make it happen. Nobody else has to make it happen for you, it's just you. Number 19, sea drills. This is the British Army's code of conduct and also the way that I like to live my life. It's a mnemonic for courage, discipline, respect, integrity, loyalty, and selfless commitment. Now these can all mean different things to different people, so I'll quickly go over what I feel like they mean and what they could mean to people. Courage could mean running through a hail of bullets. It could also mean standing up to someone that you or that's been bullying you for a few years. It can mean loads of different things. Discipline can also mean loads of different things. Self-discipline can be making sure you get up in the morning, and when you get up in the morning you're making your bed, or making sure that you're eating well, or making sure that you are acting the way that you should be. Respect, like I say, is earned. It is not a given. It's nice to give people respect when you first meet them, and just to be nice. Respect it shows how much of a good person you are, but we've already been over that point before. Integrity, being trustworthy, making sure that you are true to yourself, making sure that you are who you are and that you're being yourself, as it were. That's how integrity means to me, making sure that you are part of a team and you're trustworthy and making sure people can rely on you. Reliable is how I would say integrity was put through for me. Loyalty, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your friends, your family, your co-workers, your job, being loyal to whatever you want to be loyal to in life. But being loyal to yourself is really important, and making sure that you are staying true to yourself is important. selfless commitment. Now this can mean, again, many different things, but being selfless to me means that, like I say, when I was in Swindon, I gave my jacket away, and that was quite selfless of me because I wasn't thinking about myself, I was thinking about them. I was cold afterwards, but I felt good, so it is what it is. Number 20, keep your promises. Pretty simple. If you make loads of promises to people and you fall through on those, people will understand every so often. You know, if it's a few times, people will understand that you can't always keep your promises. If you promise someone that you're going to get them a Ferrari by the time they're 20, it's not going to happen, really, is it? But it just becomes, it makes you a little bit less trustworthy. I feel like it makes you a worse person. This is personal preference or personal opinion. I feel like if you make loads of promises to people and you break them, it just shows that you're a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it in a really nice way, but it's just really rude. It's really, really disrespectful to say, I promise this to someone and then not follow through on it. It's also really untrustworthy. So I think keeping your promises is really important because it will make someone's day when you do follow through on that promise. And number 21 is make your story perfect. Now, perfect can be many different things in many different people's eyes. So it's your story, it's your life. Make it exactly how you want it to be. You don't have to listen to anybody else in your life if you don't want to. Your life is your life. Do it how you want to do it. You know, play hard, you know, work hard, whatever you want to do it and enjoy yourself. At the end of the day, when it comes to the end of your life and you're looking back on it, you want to make sure that you made it as good as you could. So that is 21 things that I have learned in 21 years. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please do remember that different things mean different things to different people. So that is 21 things that I have learned in 21 years of life. Please remember that things mean different things to other people. So just because I feel one way about one thing does not mean that you have to feel that same way. But please do comment down below one thing that you have learned in your life, whether it be one thing you've learned in 20 years or one thing that you've learned in 60 years. I want to see what different people have taken from their lives so far. And subscribe if you're new as well, because it really helps support me, and because we're all lovely people, we all like to be lovely to one another, and generosity makes everybody feel like a better person. So be generous, click that subscribe button, turn on that little notification bell as well, because apparently YouTube doesn't notify you when people upload videos now unless you click that, so do click that. And also click like on the video, because it just, again, helps support me and makes me feel better about myself and makes me not want to cry myself to sleep. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy.